What's going on with your boy, Silent Assassin? Go ahead and tell me. Go ahead and tell me that I wasn't right, because last time I checked, he ain't got no contract yet.
Well, last time I checked, there was still the Mets are probably the most likely fit for him.
Yes.
So he's probably going there. The latest I saw as well from John Heyman is it's not the money, it's the years that are kind of been the stalling point right now. So I think, like I said last show, is if he wants, obviously, the more years, then you got to cut the pay down by a lot and just give him the years. And if it doesn't work out, then what do we do with Max Scherzer and Verlander? We just bought out, gave him basically away for free.
Right. Here's my thing, is that anybody that hires Scott Boras as their agent, you're looking to get paid. But sometimes you can be able to screw up your own market, because certain guys are just not valuable on the open market like that. If Pete Alonso was 26 years old, Pete Alonso would have got the money that he wanted. Pete Alonso was 27 years old, he got the money that he wanted. When Pete Alonso was 28 years old, the Mets said, hey, we'd like to give you a $150 million contract. Pete Alonso said no, because he believed that he would be worth more money if he had a good season and hit free agency. Well, didn't have a good season. He redeemed himself in the playoffs, but an aging, unathletic power bat that did not have a good season in his walk year, below average defender, scares a lot of teams. You know what he does, but can you be able to find that elsewhere? Yeah, you can. First basemen in baseball right now, and here's the comparison, are equivalent to running backs in football. Why would you pay one running back when you can pay three? Why have one when you can have two really good ones? Why have one big superstar running back when you can have three decent ones? First basemen are kind of like the same thing. I can pay you short term and everybody wins. And then for the rest of your career, you'll be able to make that money back. You can make $15 million here, $12 million here, 17 here. For the rest of your career, you can sign one-year deals. That's what Pete Alonso is looking at right now, is that the Mets want him high AAV, which means annual value of that contract is high. So say he wants a $95 million contract over 3 years. The Mets actually would be comfortable giving him that, right? Because you're giving him the maximum amount of money for the maximum amount of years that you think he's going to be productive at the major league level. At that level. And then after that contract, then he can probably sign one-year deals after that. But he wants the guarantee and the security. I understand. I get both sides of the argument. He feels that he's been a Met his entire life. He's been a lifer. He's been a guy that's been very durable, hasn't really missed much games in his career. You know what I mean? Even when he was hurt, came back early when he should have, right? But I can see it from David Stearns' side, is that you're a right-handed power bat. Your value on the open market and your value to us is not that high. If you were left-handed, you'd get your money already. But you're not. So your value continues to drop. It's not a lot of teams that are vying for you. If the Angels want to go ahead and give you $250 million, go. If the Seattle Mariners want to give you $170 million, go. Good luck hitting home runs there. If the San Francisco Giants want to give you a contract, go. Good luck hitting home runs in Yellowstone Park. So at some point, I know that they're going to come to the table. I know that Steve Cohen is going to say, look, let's get this done. Let's bridge this gap. What do you want? How can we be able to kind of compromise and meet in the middle? But for me, I think that there's just more value if they walk away. Call me crazy. Put Vientos there or sign somebody for 1 year. You know, it could be anybody, or just platoon first base until next season. Platoon it. I don't see a big deal with that. Platoon first base, see what happens, and then you can be able to fill it out and then go into the Vladdy sweepstakes next year.
Yeah, also with that too, like I agree. Obviously, if it gets too crazy, then you know it's time to
right. Because think about it. It depends on. I think the Mets. What do you think about this? I think the Mets should draw a hard line in the sand in regards to not the actual money, but the time frame. We need to build this team out. And the longer your contract stretches, is the less our particular options for different options are available to us. A guy like Anthony Santander, you know, guys via trading, whatever it is. Like, if you continue to wait this out, guys are going to continue to get signed. You're going to miss out. What if we miss out on Jesse Winker?
Yeah, I think they need to, I guess, move on at some point because we don't know what else we can get.
Right.
Because if Pete's gone, then obviously it's a bigger hole to fill, and we don't know with options available.
And now you're scrambling.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be too opposed to giving him what he wants, but he has to accept the Mets having an option every year up to
option after
years,
every exactly. There needs to be a player and a team option.
Yeah, so give him the 200, but there needs to be a team option every single year if they want to back out.
Right.
It's good because, you know, he could be amazing for the next 7 years. You don't know. But also he could be terrible.
Yeah.
So, but like I said also, too, the other week, as all the options available now and what's left, I still see Pete being the best for first base. And
yeah.
So if we want to go for it next year, because now we're going to be kind of World Series or bust from other fan bases and kind of get hate because of the Soto signing,
we're contenders. I wouldn't say that we're World Series or bust, obviously, like, you know, but like some people might say that because of Soto,
But I said I would also too, I just can't see him anywhere else. So if he needs to kind of get out of his head, he's not worth what he thinks he is. And same with Boris, but you know, if he wants to stay here, then he's got to take whatever's on the table.
If this was an older regime, Pete would have got his money. He would have got a 7-year deal just because of his tenure. They want to have him retire as a lifer and all this stuff. But David Stearns is a lot more cutthroat and analytical. I actually like that because it's one of those things where it's like he doesn't want to put us in a bad spot. You know, get the player, but get the player at your actual, your years, your money. So you're not locked into something real bad for the team going forward. Yes, you know, Cohen has the money. You can be able to kind of like write a check or kind of trade off whatever you want to do. But at some point, keep doing that. You're going to end up just having this bad reputation of signing these bad deals and not knowing how to be able to get out of it the right way. So it's one of those things where it's like, Pete, I understand it. I'm sure he's feeling frustrated. I'm sure he's probably regretting his decision of having Scott Boras as his agent, but he has to look at the value of hitting behind Soto next year. He may fuck around and hit 50 home runs. And if you do that, now you can be able to possibly go back into free agency if that's what you want. And you might be able to get the deal that you want. At 31, I don't know. It's hard to say because another year older, our team's really going to look at you and be like, yeah, okay, now we'll give you 200. Probably not. So it's more about it's the Mets or really nothing. Like it's gonna be one of those things where I feel like if he doesn't wise up soon enough, he's gonna end up like Michael Conforto, thinking that you're gonna get a big deal and it doesn't come.
Yeah, just running on 1-year deals.
Right. And now he's with the Dodgers. I get it, but like, just think about what he passed up being with the Mets. I think didn't he turn on like a 5-year contract or something like that, worth like $110 million?
Yeah, it was $100 million deal. And then with obviously Boris went into next season was terrible.
Right.
Yeah, and then there was like the injury, whatever happened,
and he hasn't recovered since.
So I don't know, we'll see. Obviously, what happens, but like I said, I would still like to see him back. But if it's too much, we'll figure it out.
I'm with you. Did you hear the rumors that the Mets might be front runners for Roki Sasaki?
I did see that. Yep, and I also saw his agent. Apparently, he's coming to a close down on this season as well. So.
It's gonna be. I think the posting date is the 15th. So he'll have. I think he's gonna make his decision within that week or something like that. Listen, if we sign Roki Sasaki, oh man, I'm gonna be hyped because we need him. That kid's good. That's what I'm excited about. I ain't excited about no Pete. I'm not excited about Pete. Whatever happens, it happens. But Roki, man, oh man, if we get that, man, that's gonna be something big.